right, so today, man, I came across something amazing when it comes to charting options contracts. So I'm going to show you today how you can pretty much double your investment, 5 times it, 10 times your investment. And this information is crazy. Now the details that I'm going to give you kind of going to be on the surface. I can't go into too much detail, only because that's special for my group members and stuff like that. Like, I've been in the lab, and it's definitely a science to trading options. Now, it dawned on me one day. I was thinking like, okay, investing in stocks is cool. That's cool. Long-term investments and everything. But why are we, when we're trading options, we'll focus so much on that stock and that movement, and we're trying to master that stock when we should honestly be trying to master the options contracts? Because there's times where stock, just say you buy a call, on a stock, and the stock goes up, but that options contract barely moves or barely does anything. Like, you barely make a huge return. So what I've been trying to study is like, okay, how do you get these 1,000% returns or 500% returns, so on and so forth? And I believe I cracked the code, and it blew my mind. I was first introduced to charting options contracts by a guy named Adrian Brown. He goes by Ross, and he taught me that. And from there, of course, I dug deep into it. Like, he kind of kept it on the surface for me, just showed me a quick view of it. But now I did some research of my own, and I really dug into this, and this, like I said, mind blowing. So we'll get into it. I don't want to waste too much time, but all right, let's see here. So the contracts that I have on the screen here are options that expired April 1st. All right, so we're going to click on April 1st, right? All right, so let me bring my screen in some. Let's see. Do this. All right, so if you look here, let's see, let me use another contract here. Okay, now as you see here, this contract on stock symbol C, it went from 0.04 all the way up to 1.18. Now, 1,000% return would have been 0.04 to 0.4, which is $4. And when you're talking options, that's $4 to $40. Instead, this went from $4 up to $118. Crazy returns when it comes to options contracts. And this is just one contract, right? So, and keep in mind, this is not to get confused with the stock, right? Because if you look at the stock chart, of course, stock symbol C is going down. Let's take a look at that, because I don't want to confuse anyone when it comes to this. So, like the stock C is tanking, right? But if you buy a put option, that put option is going up in price. You know what I'm saying? Because you're on the correct side of the trade. So let's go back to the option, which is the $53 put, okay, that expired April 1st. All right. So here on the 30th, this options contract started gaining momentum, right? Now, I'm the type, I want to be in a trade or an options contract when it has momentum. All candles are green. I have the John Carter's 10x candles on my Thinkorswim chart here. So candles green, all that good stuff. So let's go back to that day. All right. Let's see, what's that? The 31st. So let's start from the 31st here. So the $53 put, all right, I probably would have made an entry here because, you know, you see the 10x candles, they were all green. You see green, green. As far as the symbol here, then you look at the candles, green, 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 and that's the 15, the 30 minute, the hour charts. And of course, the 2 hour didn't yet turn green, but you know, you got 3 out of 4 here, so I figured next step would be green for that candle. So let's look at it. So this was $15, you know, $15, 0.15 when you're dealing with options. So this was the 31st at 9 in the morning, Central Standard Time. So we go to today. So April 1st is when this expired. So you could have got in for $15, $15 per contract. So you could have got plenty of them. And let's go to now. So you could have got in at $15 and sold it at its highs in pretty much one day. I think that was 31st. So that was one day. You could have sold it at its highs of $118. So $15, your investment. So just look at it like this. Keep it simple. You could have invested $15 on this put on C, on the stock C, right? So $15 in one day could have turned into $118. Crazy numbers. Guys, I came across something that's insane, and you're going to get some insane gains dealing with me in my group, because I'll be putting out these options contracts, because like I said, not all options contracts do this. There's certain things that have certain criteria that has to be in place in order for you to make a huge return. Because like I said, that stock can still go that direction, but that if it's a weak options contract, doesn't have enough open interest and volatility and volume going into it, you may not get the returns that you really want. You know what I mean? So let me go to another one here, another example. So as you see here, this is on Bank of America, right? Not to get confused with the regular stock. These are, I'm charting options contracts, stock options contracts, okay? So this particular contract went from 0.04 all the way up to 1.13. Sort of like C, right? Banks. That, I guess that was mainly what was dropping this past week. So let me, because like I said, I don't want to confuse anyone. So let me go to BAC, the actual stock. This is the stock. Let me take my fib levels off so you can just see the stock. The stock is tanking, but of course, if you get a put options contract, that's going to increase, right? So, so we're charting the options contract. All right, so let me go back on demand. Let me go to whatever day that was, 31st. Guess what we had that morning? This is what I love to see. Green candles, green 10x candles, right? So I got it on 2 charts here. All right, and then my 20 EMA line is turning green. Everything was looking bullish. And that 15, so the 2 lines that I have on my chart is the 50 and 20 exponential moving average lines, right? So they were getting ready to cross on the 15-minute chart. That's a nugget right there. I learned that from a guy named Rico, and man, that changed the game. That's part of my criteria, just to give y'all a little tip. But I was getting ready to cross, and once it crossed, that would have been a great entry. Everything looking bullish on here. That B stands for buy here. So I have all this stuff, you know, but of course, if you join the team, you don't have to worry about all this. All I'm gonna do is send out the options contract. All you gotta do is get into play and make money with us. So, all right. So that was that morning of March 31st. Looks like March 31st. Okay. The next day, which was the first, the day of expiration on these contracts. So it went from what, $15? $15 that morning. You could have just rolled this, options contract up to its highs, and it had a high of 113 bucks. Crazy gains. Another one, I'm just going down the list here. PFE. That was a strong one. I probably wouldn't have traded it because the 10x candles didn't turn green for me. Even though, the 20 and 50 EMA did cross, I need more than that. I need a lot of momentum. So that's cool. Probably wouldn't have traded it, but the banks were on fire. You can see the green 10x candles here, just riding it on up. There's a lot of those on here. C and BAC. INTC. That was another one. Looks like that contract went from $3 all the way up to $264. All right, so let's go back. That would have been a great one. Okay, go back to the 31st to see what happened. This is ideal. This is an ideal chart. Ideal. INTC. That morning at what? 9:18 Central Standard Time. This contract was worth $22. So 0.22. All right. The next day, 0.22, keep that in mind. Could have got in. That would have been a great entry, right? All right. Let me stand to catch up. $22 up to $264 in one day. This stuff is insane. So I'm going to go over one more. AMD went crazy. And keep in mind, these were all on my scanner. Like, I created a scanner for all of this stuff, and these were all on my scanner going into Friday, the day of expiration. Insane. All right, let's look at AMD. This was a monster. Look, this thing went from $3 to $590. This week about to be phenomenal, guys. Y'all have to tap in. It's a must. You have to tap in with the team, man. Right, just go to the site here, patreon.com/stock options trading. All you have to do, scroll down, click join. You'll be part of the team here. All right. And the team is here on Facebook. Let's see, Stock Options Group. I'll add you to the team. We want to make some money. Let's get it.